The UK just announced mandatory digital IDs, meaning that you cannot buy or sell without having a biometric mark. This plan of control seems like a prophecy that's echoed in the book of Revelation, where it quotes, "He causes all things, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no one may buy or sell except the one who has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." The Prime Minister just announced this Antichrist system for those who come in illegally. Check this out.
This was meant to be a day exchanging ideas to take on the rise of populism. Instead, it's turned into an assault on civil liberties, campaigners say. The Prime Minister, they argue, enforcing a big brother state on an entire nation to target relatively few who are working illegally.
It's been too easy for people to come here, slip into the shadow economy and remain here illegally. This government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
They are literally paving the way for the Antichrist with this wicked system. They are disguising this as a way of control by saying that it is for those who come into the UK illegally. By installing this system into the world, we wouldn't have any more privacy. All of our activity, including travel, health, and financial activity, will all be tracked.
Keir Starmer's introduced a digital ID card. Wants to make it mandatory as a way of controlling immigration. Is that something Canada might consider?
Well, Paul, one thing I would put in terms of context is the UK is relatively unique in not having other forms of identification. So there's been a long history here not to have ID. In Canadians, we have various forms of ID. We have driver's license, you have social insurance license. You have forms of identification. In terms of, so now, are there merits to having common digital identification for government services, for you say immigration, also for financial services, portability, other aspects? There may be. We don't have current plans for that.
This is where reality is headed. One day you would not be able to participate in society if you don't comply to these ordinances. Digital IDs are going to be marked as a solution for safety, convenience, and equality, but underneath that, they carry risks that line up with end times warnings. What looks good on the outside can actually strip away freedom. Once everything is tied to this digital ID, you can be locked out of the society with the flip of a switch. These technologies may not be the mark themselves, but they can prepare people to accept increasing levels of control. Each step makes it more normal for society to give up freedom in exchange for safety or convenience. The UK claims digital IDs are necessary to squash illegal migration, but this is not true. Why? Because they are the ones that created the problem in the first place.
Every area of the immigration system, work, family and study, will be tightened up so we have more control. Skill requirements raised to degree level. English language requirements across all routes, including for dependents. The time it takes to acquire settled status extended from 5 years to 10. And enforcement tougher than ever, because fair rules must be followed. Now, make no mistake, this plan means migration will fall. That's a promise. But I want to be very clear on this. If we do need to take further steps, if we do need to do more to release pressure on housing and our public services, then mark my words, we will.
From a biblical lens, this isn't politics, it's prophecy being fulfilled. This can only mean that the world we know is slowly coming to an end.